Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon.
Trapping. Trapping. Trapping.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. I hope everybody's having a great day. And as I always say, it's hump day, hump day. Hope everybody had a great work week and will continue to have, a productive work week. Today, we have on the lovely Ivory Tabb, someone that is a talent manager. She put together celebrity events for huge celebrities. She is the guru of brand marketing. So I can't wait to pick her brain for her to tell us her story and, just give us some feedback and all that good stuff. Y'all know how we like to do on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. So without further ado, let's bring on Miss Tabb.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. There we go. I'm good. I'll be just trying to make it.
That's all we can do. All we can do is try and succeed at it.
Try to make it. Like I said, for me, I should have put on my good hair for you today.
Look, I threw this on when I got off work. I said,
Freema, I'm like, I as you see the muscles, I am in the middle of bodybuilding season.
Really?
Yes.
Wait a minute now. See, I ain't expect to talk about that, but I love stuff like that. So what do you mean bodybuilding? Like, I know what you mean, but what you mean?
Full on. So I get up in the morning, I lift weights, I come home, I get on my computer, I work all day, I leave work, go back to the gym, lift more weights. Then at night, go to sleep so I can get up and do it again. And, once or twice a week.
So when you say lift weights, you bench pressing and stuff? How much?
So everyone always asks about the bench press, and I'm like, for ladies, it's really not bench press. It's squats and legs. Right. So I'm in there on it, like plates on top of.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are you doing it to compete in anything?
Yeah, I compete. I fully on stage, bikini. They judge your body, all that. So I'm
amazed.
No, it's really one of those things for me. That's something that I help a lot of business women do.
Okay.
Is they're scheduled together so that you can attempt to take care of yourself and take care of your family as well. We always put ourselves off.
Right.
We always get to us last. So the journey of keeping weight off and doing the right thing when it comes to weight is literally about prioritizing, prepping, and planning. And I teach women how to do that.
I love that. And we already have a question and we haven't even gotten started. See how fabulous you are? That great energy already.
I hope so.
Said, hello, can you point me in the direction of marketing and advertising for my online women's boutique?
So yes, tell her the thing that I would suggest that she looks up immediately is she's online, she's on Instagram. So she really wants an Instagram marketer. You get what I'm saying? She wants somebody who social media is their lane. And social media is their lane because her boutique is online. Right. So having someone who their space is brick and mortar, go to the store and buy something, that wouldn't be for her. So right. She wants somebody that does social media, that does online marketing, that does branding like that. So as she's searching through it, literally that, and that's one thing, and I'm sorry, I live near the airport and we're back in business now.
I know, right? I can't wait to get on a flight again.
So she really needs to find someone that does online marketing, because that's going to help her with her social media. That's going to help her with her branding. And that's going to give her very direct access to what she needs. And one thing that I tell people all the time, most people who do marketing and branding, such as myself, consultations are free because we want business. We want to see how we can help you. So reaching out to people, setting up free meetings, that works in your favor, so you can see who has the best fit for you.
Okay. All right, Denise. I hope that helped. Great advice, Avery. So I was looking at your bio,
Yes.
and of course, it was the beginning, but it caught my eye, and I want to know, where did it stem from? You said making a way out of no way. You live by that every day.
Every day.
Give me a little feedback on that. What exactly are you saying with that?
So what I'm saying with that is literally I work best in crunch, even though I hate it, but clutch time, coming through at the last minute, making sure people get what they want. That's what I do. And for me, the reason why I do that so well is because of my positive reputation.
Love it.
Reputation will get you everywhere. I can pick up the phone and I can call anybody in this business and say, okay, I need X, Y, and Z, because they know, number one, I'm going to take care of their clients. Number two, I'm going to deliver on what I said I'm going to deliver. Right. And number three, it's going to be as seamless and easy as possible. So when I say making a way, I hate to do something last minute, but in this business of athletes and entertainers, that's all they do is last minute.
Last minute. Hey, Miss Tabb, can you get me this? I need to do this. I need to do that. And you have to make your way out of no way.
Make a way out of no way. People cancel. People don't show up. Right. People miss. People can't log on.
Yes, please. I know that part of it.
So when that happens, the question would be like, well, you, Freema, like if I unfortunately had something to do tonight, who is your backup? So for me, I'm like, I'll find you a backup. We got a backup. Give me a minute. We're going to get somebody to fill in so we could do what we need to do.
Okay. So you top notch. You own it.
I try to be.
How long have you been doing this? I see that you had a vision for it for a long time.
Oh, so Miss Freema, knock on wood, I've been dealing with athletes for well over 20 years. So the short story is we really thought that my brother was going to go to the league. Okay. So when we thought he was going to go to the league, I was 2 years ahead of him in school. So my school, I had marketing, sports marketing and everything. And that didn't happen. But the school that I went to, which is the best school ever, my LSU, they'll tell you I get down when it comes to my Tigers. That just laid the groundwork, though. And when I say laid the groundwork, it's full of athletes, full of opportunities. The name holds a ton of weight in the sports world. So fostering relationships from when I was there is what turned into me being in this business and, moving the way that I'm allowed to move.
Right. If you don't mind me asking, and of course you don't have to answer, who are some of the individuals, celebrities, athletes that you had the honor of working with? That we may know.
My first client, actually, that everyone who watches football and is on ESPN and all that, was Marcus Spears. Marcus was he's ESPN. He does NFL. He's always on First Take. So Marcus was one of my class of kids at LSU. He was one of my students. Okay. After he graduated, he was like, we're going. So the we're going is wherever he got drafted, and he happened to get drafted to the Cowboys. So of course, Dallas, a perfect city to do all the sports, all the marketing, all the contacts. I was fortunate enough that when I got there, it was 3 other guys that I had at LSU that were already on the Cowboys. I had a guy that was on the Mavericks that went to LSU. So it was just kind of easily baked in that I was always
meant to be.
Oh yeah. So like I've worked in the business. Everyone always says I'm cutthroat, and everyone always says I'm mean. And I'm not, but I actually learned this business firsthand from Deion Sanders. Mm-hmm. He and him at one of my first jobs that I had, he and I were on the road together for a year. Wow. And when I say a year, we did a 30-city tour stop where we were going to other athletes' houses, and he was interviewing them, and he was doing like a program for me. Basically, it would be a virtual program this year.
Okay.
And so I was with him every step of the way. When I say every step, I signed the athletes. Then we went to their house and we did a whole production and the whole thing. So literally, you know, in the airport with him, riding with him, doing everything with him to kind of learn how this actually looks and what it should look like. So, you know, it's one of those things that I'm like, you learn by the best. And that trial by fire,
Absolutely.
One day we were out and I got there before him and I had a rental car and I picked him up and I had something to eat. And whatever it was to eat, it was on the floor. And we left, we came back. And the next day he was like, if you ever pick me up with trash in the car again, I will never ride with you again.
Guess you learned, huh?
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
And he's literally like, I'm allowing you to pick me up, which he was, because I should have been sending a car for him. So when I say just small stuff like that, you know, my business that I'm very much in tune with is autographs. You know how you go somewhere and you see guys sitting down and they're signing up? That's my baby. I can get through a crowd of people in minutes. I can organize it. I can sit them down. I can get everybody sitting down in the row, pushing and moving, very swift, very efficient.
Okay.
And
look,
you know,
I'm definitely gonna keep you. Listen, when I make it big and everything, I need Tab, I need Ivory.
Oh no, like it is guys out there that's like, who's putting this together? Is she gonna be there? Are we? I mean, because you know, people crazy.
Right.
Oh, I love when the women be like, "Can you sign my book?" No, ma'am, that's not what we doing today. Get away, boo.
So you kind of have to be cutthroat and you have to be about your business in this business, basically.
Can you sign my baby's diaper? No.
No.
You want me to sign
your say stuff like that though?
Oh, baby. Trust me, I have the stories that I have. The girls trying to sneak into the hotel rooms. The girls, because when I say I'm with these guys, like literally, we started somewhere, we went on the road, we stayed in the hotel, you had a game, after the game, we went to an after, you know, I'm with you every step.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and it's one of those things that, like I said, I've been doing this for so long that it's just second nature to me now. It's literally, okay.
It's just like you said, it's just your life at this point. That's just what you do.
That it is.
That's amazing. And it seemed like it was meant to be, you know, because it just happened.
I love it. I love the art of negotiation. I love getting it done. Hey, how much money do you have? Like people all the time come to me and they'll be like, can I have Steph Curry? You can't afford Steph Curry. There are certain people that you cannot even afford. So
I can imagine.
Let's not even ask.
Right. And you just tell them straight out. There's no need to waste time, you know?
Let me tell you, I can get you, tell me your budget and I can tell you who's in your budget and the kid can come up to your little local Boost Mobile and sign autographs for a day. I can help you with that. But it won't be Seth. It won't be Seth. Or his brother at this point. No. Won't be, that. Or his daddy Dale. Won't be no with the last name Curry. Okay?
Listen, I can't wait till you say you can't afford Freema. No, you can't afford.
Hey,
I mean, I get there.
But no, it happens as you hear me in the sports groups. Mm-hmm. And you know, folks always want to ask me about a superstar. I'm like, that's what happens. It literally something switched, some trajectory happens, and a kid moves from I'm a basketball player, I've been playing good basketball, boom, now I hit superstar status. For some people, it's a nice, easy walk, and I can see it happening. And when I say see it happening, like Giannis, Joel. So when Joel was one of my rookies. Joel looked at me and remember he was hurt his rookie year. Him and Andrew Wiggins, first pick, best friends. They both went to Kansas together. Joel looked at me. He was like, I'm going to be the best basketball player in the league. And I was like, Joel, you ain't even playing this year. He was like, but that's how good I am. And Andrew Wiggins was sitting there and he was like, he is. And I was like, huh? And literally, you get what I'm saying? He's on the verge of being that. Wow. And so for me, it's literally like you can see someone's trajectory. You can see how it's going to pan out. Like I knew when I got it.
An eye for it.
Oh, Freeman, I could be around. You put me in a room with 20 kids.
I need you to be my son. Tell me if he's gonna make it.
Freeman, no, and not so much make it. Let's say you put me in a room with 20 kids that just got drafted. Mm-hmm. Give me an hour, and I can tell you you're gonna make it. I can tell you.
Wow.
The way they handle themselves,
right?
The way they approach it. Alvin Kamara. He was with me somewhere for a weekend. All the other rookies were finished doing what they needed to do. He called me at 1:00 in the morning and was like, "Can we knock this out and finish doing all of my signatures?" And I was like, "We have 3 days here." He was like, "I know, and I don't want to do this anymore." I was like, "You're gonna be fine." Okay. And sure enough, he's fine.
He's fine. Wow.
But then there's certain guys. Look, at certain guys who I'm like.
What do you tell someone that may ask for your opinion or what you think? Do you just straight up tell them?
Prima, for me, it's literally because if you're not on that path, as I call it, you're me. Whoever's your handler, whoever is working with you, whoever is your person,
right?
I can teach them how to get you on that path. But two things I tell my rookies all the time: do not let anybody in your family manage anything for you unless that's what they do every day.
Right.
If your mom is a school teacher,
I wouldn't do that to my kid.
If your mom is a school teacher and you the number 3 pick, tomorrow she shouldn't be your manager.
Your manager, right? I agree.
Because the only thing she's managed is them school children. Right. It's a whole different game. And Freema, remember the show, The Game?
The Game, yes.
And you know TT? I'm like, who's your TT? Let me regulate him, because if I can't put my hands on you,
right?
Your TT, I need to know somebody in this camp is responsible, because I'm not ever sleeping on your couch. Right. Meaning you mess up my money, we got a whole problem, because I'm grown and I'm not sleeping on your couch.
That makes sense.
Hard fits. And I've had to tell plenty of players, you are not ready for me. Like my guys, when I used to be on the road with them all the time, my guys from LSU used to look at me and be like, are we having fun today? No. We're getting in, saying these people in the club, we're doing a walkthrough like they paid us. A walkthrough. Coming in, walking through, stopping at the section. Y'all can have a drink.
And out the door.
Out the door.
They need people like you though, Ivory.
They do, but everyone thinks they know. Everyone thinks they can do this job. Oh. Everyone thinks they know how to manage everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know when that girl is in your hotel room and she done told the blogs that y'all slept together. How do you manage that?
Right. Wow.
And how you manage that is you be like, well, Ivory was with me and she can vouch that this girl wasn't in my, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when your TT is your homeboy.
Exactly. Who's going, his word's not liable.
Because guess what? He was right there with you.
Right there with you. See, nobody think about stuff like that.
They don't. They do not. So, I mean, it's literally learning how to navigate the waters. And for me, Freema, I want what's best for, and I call them kids because they're kids. Right. I want what's best for the kids.
Absolutely.
You are in an elite position where you get to do something, and if we're taking basketball, that only 450 people are allowed to do right after. So you get what I'm saying? Only 450 people are in the league, so you are one of those people. Like this thing with Kwame. Kwame, you, regardless of what they saying about you, you was the number 1 pick. Regardless of what they're saying about you, you had a 10-year run in the league. Regardless of what they're saying about you, yeah, you may have tricked it off, and it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, but you still have a resume that you can lean back on.
Absolutely.
And go with, the thing that you said that I was like, bet. He was like, my mother has never had to pay a bill since I was 18.
Wow.
Guess what? So your career may not have went to go the way it
But
did, but and you had enough of sense to have enough me's around you that you still got your money and you're still able to do what you need, and that's it.
That's
right?
why they don't need the momagers. Am I saying that right? That's why.
And guess what? There are plenty of moms who are great managing their child, but there are plenty of moms who aren't great managing a business. Your child is now a business. And guess what?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm on my side, because when you messing with the church's money, that's who I'm gonna call to bring you all the.
So do you see yourself doing this for until you?
Freeman, so right now I work for American Cancer Society.
Okay.
And so I love community relations. Like that is, if you would have asked me when I graduated from college, what I thought I was going to do, I literally hand wrote every NBA team and every NFL team a letter asking, could I work in their community relations department? I really thought that I was going to work in community relations. And what happened was one of my guys at LSU, Stromal, he actually made it. Praise the Lord. We made it through that first season. He came back and I was like, Stro, I want to work at community relations. He was like, oh yeah, you would be great at that. That's that annoying little girl that forces me to do everything. He was like, but they don't make no money and they run around everywhere and do everything. And I was like, okay. But I love this job. So right now I am the partnership manager at American Cancer Society. Okay. And what that means is in October, when all of the guys wear pink, I am in charge of that. So I get the guys that are wearing the pink. I give them the activations they're going to do. I manage the relationship, partnership manager with the NFL. And that's how we forecast for the year. But the other thing that pulled me to it is I'm also the director of player engagement. So now any sport across the board that an athlete wants to tell their story that they're connected to cancer, I can make that happen for them.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, so for me, I love, like I said, that portion. I love being able to have them to tell that story and allow me to tell the story the way you want it to be told.
Right.
So, for me, my next step, I could definitely work for an agent. And that's one thing everyone always says, that how come you don't work for an agent? I'm like, because I've always been Switzerland, meaning no agent ever looks at me like I'm trying to steal my kid to go to.
Right.
Because I'm in the middle. Anybody that needs something from a kid, if he's out there and I can put my hands on him, I'll make sure we sexually make it happen, especially if it ain't with no BS. Right. No, he cannot come and go to your house and sing for your kid's birthday. You can't afford that, sir.
How do you in your personal life? I hate even say that because I'm not trying to get nosy, but I know what you do. You're very busy. You have a lot going on. You have a lot of people relying on you. Is the working out your personal woo side?
It is, but Freeman, let me tell you, I'm old school. I have a calendar, not the phone, not the literally over there. It's the paper and pencil, and I'll be like, wait a minute, let me look on this calendar and see what it looks like. But no, I personal life is literally, like I said, when I'm competing, I try to do it from January to June, and that's a strict diet, a strict everything. So technically, this is my last week on. So next week, Freeman, I'm like, where's the bottomless mimosas? Let me do ratchet.
Right.
Let me do
right here. I'm drinking one for you.
Look, Freeman, I want to do ratchet hood rat things with my friends now.
Right. And it seems like you don't have time to do that.
Freeman, be sick as a dog because I ain't ate or drank that in months. No, but for me, I get a lot of joy. I am a full sports head. I've already looked at the NFL schedule.
For that. Yeah, that's good.
Look, Freeman, I done looked at that NFL schedule. Let me see which games I'm going to. Like you gonna be back on. Let me see. A big thing is Olympics. Like I was so ready to go to the Olympics, and they not letting anyone any spectators go. So, I'm actually an agent. So track is my baby. Track is my lane.
Right.
I'm an agent for a female high jumper. And
Okay.
so we're trying to see if she's going to make it to her fifth Olympics. But the thing that's so great about her story, Shantae Lowe, is she beat breast cancer and she only decided to go back to the Olympics so she can spread awareness. So for
Okay.
me, like those are the stories. That's what,
Hand
yeah,
in hand with everything that you're doing. That's good.
that's what pulls my heart.
I
That's what,
know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you get joy from. That's exactly where you get it
Oh,
from.
like I said, I love to see kids win. I love to see them make it. And I see like we have a comment
Mhm.
down here.
She
And
says Scotty Lewis is her little cousin. This is Talika, a basketball star, currently a sophomore at Florida Gators. I definitely want her on his team as he plans to enter the draft.
no, and that's a thing. That's a plan. That's a legit, and that's how it works. That's the right way.
Right.
Because if Scotty plays as well as Scotty plays, he's gonna have so many people coming
Coming
after
after him. Yes.
making bad decisions. And I tell people it's okay that no one in your family knows. Because guess what? Like I said, only 450 people are in the league every year. So
Mhm.
tons of people do not have a clue.
Right. I don't
And when
have
I
a clue, but I got your number.
look, Frema, when I say you don't have a idea, and then something else that we're definitely talking about that's about to change is when this NIL is about to happen. And for folks that are listening, NIL is name, image, and likeness,
Mhm.
meaning college players are now going to be able to use their name, their image, and their likeness to make money while in school.
Oh, what?
That's about to start. That's a whole different ball game. When I say different ball game, so your cousin Tamika says, "Oh, my homeboy owns a car lot, and he wants you to come sign autographs, and he's
He
gonna
can
give you
get
five
paid for that.
thousand dollars." Bet. Now you didn't read the fine print. He also wants you to do 2 social media posts, and you got to be here on Saturday when they open.
Oh, okay.
You got a game on
So you don't
Saturday.
forfeited it if you don't do it all.
And guess what? I hope Tamika understands that you got to pay taxes on this. That don't think about it. Ain't nobody said nothing about no taxes.
Mm.
Like it is just small little itty bitty things that I'm trying to protect our kids from. That yes, there's going to be missteps along the way, but a misstep does not have to be a full drop off. I tell people
Right.
that, Miss Freeman, when they're getting their diets, when I make their meal plan, they be like, I had a bad week. Now, did you have a bad week or did you turn it into a bad
A
week?
bad week.
You made a bad choice. How you going to get back on the next day so we're not making bad choices? Freeman, they be like, I want to have a cheat day. No, you want a cheat meal, 1 meal.
One
But
meal.
if you have a cheat day, that you done messed up everything we just did for the whole week.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Makes me feel bad.
make you feel bad. I'm holding you accountable.
Accountable. Absolutely.
And that's the thing that folks don't like. They don't like that accountability. But I'm like, you came to me because everything else that you were trying wasn't working.
Right.
So I'm here to help you with that.
So let me ask you, and again, you don't have to answer it. You can answer it off the air. Look at me talking about off the air like I'm on TV, right? But I'm claiming it, girls. So I'm gonna use myself an example. Since you mentioned about the NILs, so I have an upcoming senior in high school, right?
Yep.
So of course, mom's gonna feel like her son is the best in everything he do. He does track, football, and basketball, and I feel like he's dope all the way around. Not just saying that.
Yep.
So let's say mom, okay, he goes off to college, he's doing good. How do they get the Ivory Tabb on their team if he hasn't completely made it yet? Do you see something in them and you'll come on? Or how does that work?
So it's literally, let's be like you just said, the accountability. So I would like your son right now. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a senior this year. So we got 1 more year in high school.
Exactly.
So I would say, okay, Freeman, he got to give up basketball or football. And I say that because we're going to have to focus on what's going to pay that bill. What sport is taking him to college? Track? Always, because that's just running. But is football where he's better at, or is basketball where he's better at? I've run across only a few kids who were a 5-star in both, and that's the reality of it. Yes, kids have the skills, and there are plenty of stories where, oh, I played basketball, now I'm a tight end. Oh, I stopped. I was playing basketball in middle school. I did football. I stopped, and now I'm back. There are tons of things.
He's not Alan. Don't pay him no attention. He's not Alan. He only played football. This is second year playing football. Basketball is his baby.
Okay, but right there, that's it. So if people are looking at him and they're saying that football is what he's better than, how the Ivory Tabs come on is when we're talking to scouts and we're talking to college recruiters, I'm saying to them, okay, legit, can he make it? I talk to recruiters, I talk to scouts, and I tell people all the time, scouting's not my business.
Right.
But when I get the information from the scout, now we have something to work with. So if football is his thing, then I'm saying to you, Freeman, okay, next year he needs to concentrate on football.
Look at me scratching. So you trying to say, listen, and I heard you, but I just got to make sure I heard you right. So you saying he need to focus on just one sport?
Not one, because track never hurts nobody.
Okay. So track and then basketball, because he loves basketball.
But you love it, but so prime example with me, my dad coached track for 60 years. The soccer coach would be like, so fast, let her play soccer. My dad's like, soccer's not getting her a scholarship. So why would I ever pull her out of country in the fall to get ready for soccer, to play soccer, when that's not what's going to keep the lights on? So it's really one of those things that we need to sit down, and sit down with him and say, okay, we know you want to go to college. Do you want to play sports in college? Because if it is, okay, we need to focus on the sport that's going to get us.
Y'all making me sweat now. I never even thought we would have to choose. Oh, Lord.
Okay, so here's my thing. When he goes to college, he's not going to be able to play both.
Oh, God.
Think about it. The thing that he might be able to do if the coach allows them, Nick Saban never did, but play football and run track, because they're at two opposing opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And when I say spectrum, time. Football, just think about it. Basketball starts in October. He's in the middle of the season. By the time he finishes, especially if he goes to a school that's worth their salt, the season ain't over till January. All the basketball season is damn near done.
Wow.
So
you gave me something to think about here. I didn't mean to bring my personal into it, but why not? Look,
that's what I'm here for. Like I said, me offering advice to mothers and fathers who are trying to put their kid on the right path, that's my pleasure. Because like I said, the question is I just had a kid that got drafted this year. His mom had no clue. And I'm like, you can ask me anything. You can ask me whatever you want, because the agent works for you. So they're going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear.
I love that. I'm glad we crossed paths. I really am. I feel like everything happened for a reason. This is for a reason, because I'm oblivious when it comes to certain things. And
that's it. But it's one of those things, like for me, as I tell folks all the time, I know my lane. Like, I love Clubhouse. I think Clubhouse, especially when they're talking about sports, I love it. But when they start talking about stats and numbers and scores and who did who, let me just take myself out this conversation.
Right.
Now, when y'all about to say, let's talk about his image, his brand, his name, what it did for off the court, let me raise my hand and check.
I love it.
Back in. But that's something that, a lot of women, we try to be super women and a bunch of things we can, but it is okay not to know. And it's even better. What is better for me is I don't know, but I have the resources to connect you to somebody who I trust that does.
Love that.
And that's literally how it works. Like you said, when people say, how can somebody get in touch with you? Because I've crossed paths with somebody that now is like, oh, I know somebody who does that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that happened just today. Like Denise was asking.
Exactly. Exactly. And so for me, trust me, I say all the time, I don't know everything, but what I know.
Right. Right. I appreciate this. I appreciate it, Avery. I don't want to keep you too long, but I do got one more question. I seen tips by Tabb. You know, so you do like, do you work out or do you tell us how to eat? Like, how do we find that avenue for you of you?
So for me, that's the website. It's so funny because as I tell people, as I brand and I market, that's my name on Peloton. I'm Tips by Tabb. So if
Okay.
anybody's in the cult and you want to get on
I'm
the
gonna tell
line,
my friend Nicole. She just bought her one about a month or two ago. So I'm gonna tell her.
Yep. So that's my leaderboard name, but also www.tips by Tabb is actually my website where people can go on. And like I said, I do meal plans.
Okay.
I schedule everything for you. I tell you what to eat, when to eat, how to eat for the whole entire day. I can get anybody to lose weight. Folks be like, I can't, I do. Eat, it's the kitchen. It's 80%. Like it's literally
Even the stubborn belly fat.
that's food. It's not exercise. It's
Oh
food.
God, I'm glad you said that.
But
Okay, because I was killing myself trying to exercise.
no. Because you could if you're not eating the right thing, you're not gonna see your
No
results.
results, none.
And for me, literally, what I did is I took my bodybuilding diet and I just adjusted it for regular people because I know what loses weight. So it's one of those things, Freeman. I tell people all the time, like you see how you see all of this right now, and you see all of the in October when I'm not on, you'll still see this, but you won't see it.
Got
You get what I'm saying? Like, because it's legit. The cuts that you see it, that's because I'm drilled down, I'm focused, I'm only eating high protein, low carb works best for us.
Got you. Okay.
So, for me, I will teach you how to do that. I'll teach you how to manage that. The things that I give are not weird. So it's one of those things like when folks are like, oh, I have a family. Well, guess what? They can eat the same thing that we're eating because if you're already doing bad skills, I'm sure, unfortunately, you're passing bad skills along to them.
I am. I'm going to McDonald's when I leave.
See? And so here's the difference. We both are going to eat when we get off of this because I've already prepped my food for the week. The ground turkey and spinach is already cooked. So the only thing I have to do is put it in the microwave. And that's how most women don't do well is because, like you said, oh, I'm finished. What can I eat? Let me go pick a bad choice.
Right. Something quick.
Because it's already in the kitchen and it's already cooked.
Wow.
So,
I love this. I love you. You gave back in so many ways during this time, and I appreciate that because a lot of people don't like to share knowledge and stuff. I appreciate you so much.
No,
I appreciate it.
For me, I'm like it trial and error, and not so much trial and error, but it was literally like this. I could tell you that this is what's going to work. And I could tell you that this is not going to work. Yes, things change every day. Literally, prime example, I'll take American Cancer Society. We make all of our money off of, when you see the breast walks and you see them running the relay for life. Last year, we didn't have that because of COVID.
Right.
So we literally had to switch. Think about it. There were no fans at the football game.
Right.
There were no meet and greets. The things that I normally do to activate the players and let them tell their story, I had to move totally to virtual. But it's one of those things that, guess what? ACS didn't have a TikTok. I put on a TikTok show. I got 3 billion views.
Wow.
Not million, billion. So for me, it's learning how to adapt and learning to move, make your way out of no way. You can't
way out of no way.
We're not going to do anything. So let me show you what something looks like.
Wow. You have it, girl. You have it. And Denise said I didn't read all the comments, so I'm going to go back and make sure that I did read everything. Melvin said, hello, ladies. Hey, Melvin. Good evening, Tamika. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. Denise said, awesome when you gave her the feedback about the online, getting her marketing for online. She said, thank you. And she's afraid of getting scammed.
Guess what? People who are in this business legit have a legitimate website, have a legitimate contact, have comments. And when I say comments, they have a legitimate people who have given referrals. There, and yes, there are scammers out there because your girl just got scammed. Oh, I'm a sneakerhead.
You got scammed?
I
Trying to
did.
buy some sneakers?
I did. They were supposed to send me these sneakers and they didn't. But guess what? That's because I didn't listen to myself. I knew better. But because I wanted these shoes so bad and it was a great price, and now I'm paying for it, but I knew better.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's hard to take our own advice.
Boom. But what with Denise's perfect thing is people who do marketing and people who do branding, their business, they're showing their business because that's how they get clients. Yeah. So getting scammed now, two different places in marketing. It's literally, are you going with someone that's proven that you could see their work, but that's going to be a price because they're at a premium.
Absolutely.
Like guys that have agencies and they're like, oh, Ivory, I want to hire you. No, you don't, Tink Tink. You got 2 clients and you can't afford me.
Just being real.
Being real. Compared to somebody, will say for Denise, who just got out of school, but they have a great social media eye. They have a great, so they know what catches on social media. They know Instagram algorithm. They know what hits on TikTok. That's a lower price because they just started doing this. But what we have to think about, especially with marketing, kids, and when I say kids, high school kids that are graduating in college, they've been doing this. Like I said, if I had Instagram when I was in college.
Right. Yeah, that's the truth.
You couldn't tell me. Double back. So I was on I Want to Work for Diddy.
Okay.
If we had IG when I was on reality TV show, Freeman, we'd be in a whole different.
Right. I agree with that 100%.
We'd be in a whole different space right now. But no, it's literally one of those things. The doing it, it's easy. It's out there. And actually tell Denise, if she will inbox me, I will send her someone that I trust, that I know does it, and then they can talk to each other and work it out. Because like I said, I know people, so, and she can go down that rabbit hole. And it's one of those things that people that are in this business, if they say to somebody, hey, I can't do it, or I can't afford it, or this, they normally know somebody that they're passing business off to. But another thing for Miss Denise, especially since she has a boutique show, get on that Clubhouse. And I say that because Clubhouse has room marketers, Black women.
I told her to get on Clubhouse. She didn't listen to me, but I guarantee she's going to listen to you.
Marketers, Black women who market, women who are in business. You know, those rooms, when you're there to listen, people are legit saying, this is what I do. Yes. This is, you can reach me. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And this is what it looks like.
They really do. It's amazing.
It is. It is. I told you, I love it. That's not.
I love it too. I love it too. Listen, I got a whole iPhone 12, was it Pro Max? I was an Android user, and Alan was like, you need an iPhone. I went and got that thing just to get on Clubhouse.
Baby, don't shame me because I got my iPhone, but it's an old one, and I keep saying, Ivory, stop being cheap and just go drop that $1,000 on that Max.
It
and
do
I'm
the
like,
same thing though. So
no,
like,
Prima, they be like, boo, your Peloton videos is fuzzy. You need a better. They be like,
oh my God.
Prima, if you get a better camera, your videos will be better. I'm like, don't pay me into these
That's
pictures.
Funny. That sounds like what they used to tell me with my phone.
Prima, I do need to go. And I
hold you to that. Next time I see you in Clubhouse, I'm gonna say, hey, what's up with that phone?
Prima, I was going, but then I live in Atlanta, and the people done broke into the AT&T store during All-Star.
Oh my God.
Done cleaned out all the phones in under 2 minutes.
Wow. They had that plan. They was ready.
Broke, and not a back door, broke the window, went through the window, cleaned the store, and walked right back on out.
And walked right out. Wow.
So needless to say, I was getting a phone, but then the guy called me like they stole them. I said, Freeman. I said, Freeman. I said, stole what? what? He said everything, the whole store.
Man, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do anything with them phones though.
And no, they can. They'll sell it to a dummy like me, and I take it into AT&T, and they'll be like, this
It's
was
funny.
And I'll be like, I didn't, but now that I'm here, what can we do?
Right. That is funny. Hey, Lika. Denise said, I love her. Mo said, this is my favorite episode frame. I would love to meet you, Ivory.
Ivory be in these streets. As soon as it opened back up, trust me, Ivory be it. Like I told you, Freeman, I already got my football schedule made. I got
ready.
My football schedule made. I be like, yo, where is the game at? What's the town? Where can I go to talk some shit? Because that's what I want to do. Don't let my team be winning. Like I told them
yesterday. Who's your team?
Oh, baby, I told you my LSU, I'm all in. And then all of my little guys that play for LSU, I will root for them. But I'm from Jersey, so we get down with the Eagles. Come on, let's make this run. But as I told Alan yesterday when we was in the room, and they was like, Russ is so good. I was like, until Russ puts a team on his back and carries them to the ship, we have no more conversation. And what did Russ do last night? Got that ass taxed. But what do I know?
Clearly something.
I don't know nothing, Freeman.
Denise says she'll definitely be reaching out to you. She's by far been the best interview. Second person said it. Black Girl Magic. Love it.
I'm for it. Tell her, please. It'll be my pleasure.
She's super dope.
Oh,
it will be her pink nails.
Yeah, I tell her, I'll be on these nails, these eyelashes. It's the only thing you could lift weights, but this hair, I'm like, Freema, then they be like, oh, because this is waist length natural hair. Wow. And I be like, listen, y'all, we can't do nothing. Wow. Freema, just give me these braids and let me be great, please.
But shoot, you don't need this. Your hair longer than this.
But I be wanting to be cute. I'm out here. I'm like, can somebody, let's catch a husband. That kid is on their way to the league. And
right. Absolutely. That is funny. Denise said, yes, I'm listening to her, headed to Clubhouse. Talika said, me too, LOLs. Still have my Samsung Note. Got this little Apple strictly for Clubhouse.
Exactly. That's where it's at. Yes, Jersey, Talika.
Oh yeah, Talika in the A too. She's the second Black-owned winery. She has a winery. Get ready to launch. We'll make sure we let you know, and then all of us can meet face to face.
Yeah, Miss Talika, let me know because I'll be that's my wheelhouse. I'll be events. I'll be having ideas.
Look, Talika, look, now we got somebody to set it up. I'm coming.
I know what it looks like. Yep. I'm trusting. Look, Freema, I pull them AKAs in this thing, and she got the whole.
I love it. Yes. We gotta make that happen. I'm only 3 hours away from Atlanta, so we can do it, ladies.
We can do it. We can do it.
I love it.
Hot girl summer while I'm in here doing a puzzle.
There you listen, while I'm going home to take this wig off. I love this. I love it, Ivory. I can't wait to speak to you again.
But they be like, on Clubhouse at midnight. I be like, no, I'm asleep because I got to get up and go work out in the morning. So can we not do midnight? Can we start?
Oh my God.
Freema, can we start at 11 and then I can give y'all 11 to 11:30? That's what I got to give.
I be falling asleep in them things. Oh my gosh.
Freema, I got to decompress. If you ain't got me scheduled at 11 o'clock, I shut it down. I watch my news. I go to sleep and get up to be ready to be prepared.
Yes. Talika says she live in Conyers. Let's link for sure.
Let's do it.
Denise said, congratulations, Talika Franklin, dope, Black Girl Magic, and I'm coming to the A2. I knew she was going to do it. She probably take me in a minute. When we going to go?
I want to know what Denise selling in this online boutique.
Oh, she has some hot stuff. Make sure you send it. When you hit her up, Denise, send her your link so she can check it out.
You done right, because tell Denise, I got some followers now. Give me
see?
Girl, a cute little fit.
There you go. Do I smell a brand ambassador? Look at me.
But no, that's what works. Like literally, I tell my guys another little tip: be pleasant everywhere you go, because you never know who owns what.
What?
Because
Yes.
as soon as you walk, and guess what? Oh, Ivory, I hate telling folks no. And you shouldn't have to. You're me. That's my job. So can't nobody get on the blogs and be like, such and such was an ass to me.
Mm-mm.
And then somebody else will be like, were they really? No, the girl that was with him was the ass.
What's the ass?
There it is.
See?
There it
Wow,
is.
you know how to work around everything, don't you?
You got to. You got to.
Rock, girl. You rock.
That's all they got, Freema. That little name and what they trying to build on. Now, once you get up here, you could.
Right.
But let's get there first.
Absolutely.
Let's get there.
Denise put the website, but when you inbox her to get the list from her, just send it to her DM. Everybody, that's www.denniscloset.com.
There it is.
Guys, I enjoyed this conversation. I really did. It felt so, just free. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. We have to do this again.
We will.
Stay on if you don't mind after this, okay? Yep. Just to chop it up a little bit. So yes. You guys, I thank you guys for tuning in. Ivory, I thank you so much. It's meant a lot. Thanks for sharing the knowledge with us, giving back in that kind of way. That's what Let's Sip and Talk with Freema is all about. And as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love.